What's going on, guys? I'm back. It's been forever, I know. And I want to start this off by saying the reason you guys haven't seen a whole lot of videos from me, especially Call of Duty videos, was mainly because I wasn't really feeling Call of Duty for a while. I wasn't all that into ghosts with the people sitting with guard dogs and corners and stuff, and I wasn't really into Advanced Warfare. I felt that the game was way too fast paced. It was faster than it really needed to be, and everyone was just taking advantage of the fact that you could instantly jump around everywhere, and it was more on if you were just used to jumping around everywhere than actual gun skill, because it felt like there was a lot more luck in the game as to landing shots on people. But that being said, I picked up Black Ops 3. I've been playing it. I've prestiged 6 times, I think, in the video that I'm using right now. I think I'm around 6 prestige. I'm playing with a whole bunch of the guys. This is one actual Call of Duty where I've gotten used to or gotten into playing different game modes, which is really great because, as most of you know, if you've seen my channel at all, you'll notice that I'm pretty much pub stomper, TDM scrub lord. I mean, I love TDM. That's kind of my bread and butter. It's a thing I do. I'm not a big free-for-all person. I'm not a big objective person like Search or something. Yeah, Domination I'll play here and there, but that's more of I have to get the right team because you have to depend on other people, and trying to do it with a bunch of random people is really rough in general. But I'm loving Call of Duty right now. I'm back in it. It's just the game feels right. The guns are balanced. There are some guns that are being tweaked, which is really good because we're only a month, maybe 2 months out from release, and the gun tweaks that have been happening, I feel a lot of them are warranted and they're good. Some of them I don't understand why these guns are being tweaked, like LMGs are being made more accurate and stuff, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hey, I don't make the game, I just play the game. But that being said, I'm loving Call of Duty. It feels right. It feels old Call of Duty to me. It feels like although there is the boosting and the jetpack thing, it's not as bad as Advanced Warfare where you had everyone jumping around doing all kinds of crazy shit. It's more of you actually have to have skill in your gunfights because with the addition or with the continuation of aim punch, where it knocks your aim off, you have to kind of precisely land those shots, especially the headshots if you want to put people down the quickest. So this is really why I'm loving the game. Everything feels like it's hitting right, everything feels like it's working right. There is no big game-breaking bugs that I've found or glitches. You occasionally get people that come out of jump out of the map and do some crazy stuff, but then again, I also jump out of the map to get some kills too, just really quickly, because that's the game is designed like that, to where you can very easily jump off the map or jump out of the map or out of bounds, unlike old Call of Duties where you had the invisible walls that could hit you. And I understand that they made it that way because of the fact that with jetpacks there's going to be an inherent point where you can do something that's not like old Call of Duty. That being said, I keep saying that being said like this is a dissertation or something, but it just, I don't know, it's got a good feeling for me. When I first got it, I was really unsure about getting the season pass, so I didn't get it right away. I just got the regular game. I did pre-order it, so I got Nuketown and all that, and I was like, oh well, let's see how this all plays out. And probably about a week or two ago, I ended up getting the season pass because I got to the point where it's like, all right, I played it for a month. I sat down and I was like, what are my actual thoughts? And I was like, you know what? I'm loving it. I'm having a good time. Some of the other guys aren't loving it as much. They're having a lot of connection issues, which that's been a big thing as of late. Connection and especially team balancing and lobby, I guess, balancing, if you will, of getting good players on one team and bad players on the other team. And I'll touch on that in another video, but they're having a rough time with that, and I've kind of found a good happy medium, and I seem to do pretty well without trying super hard. I don't think there's ever been, according to a lot of people, they say that there's really sweaty lobbies and there's tryhards. I don't think I've really run into many public matches where there's super tryhards in it and everyone's going really crazy, with the exception of hardcore. And that's just the nature of the beast, because you have to be, you know, shots are easier to kill people, and you know, you have limited HUD, you have no mini map, so you have to be more cautious. But even then, it's usually pretty standard old school Call of Duty, and I keep going back to that phrase, but that's what it genuinely feels like to me. It feels like old Call of Duty, and it feels right. There's not a whole lot of stuff that I can complain about, and most of it's really minor stuff. But then you have to also look back at it and go, you know, although this is a game that they make very frequently, and it's, you know, it's a AAA title that everyone loves, it's also the simple fact that, you know, this game is being, you know, it's new. You gotta kind of grow with it. Will it get better over time? Yes, absolutely, it'll get better over time. But you have to give them the time to make it better. It's not something that happens overnight. That's the big thing that people need to realize. Games like this, in order to get better, AAA titles, to make them better, you have to work with it. It's like a baby. You have to nurse it to become better. It's not something that just magically appears like, oh, it's the best game ever. And I do think that a lot of people are shitting on the game because it's, you know, it's Call of Duty. It's the cool thing to shit on Call of Duty. And I don't feel that it deserves that much hate, because in my opinion, you know, if my opinion matters at all, I think it's a pretty good game. It's well-rounded. Once again, there are tweaks that need to be made, but that's something that comes over time, and after things get settled down and organized, when you start to see the real heavy meat and potato style changes that define the game being made. In this gameplay, I think I'm using a safeguard. Like I said, I've been getting into it. I've been playing more of the different game modes. This is, like I said, this is one Call of Duty where the game modes, the other ones seem more fun. I think Uplink is kind of still a little to me, because it just feels like, you know, a rehash capture the flag. But there is going to be that times, like in this case, when I'm playing with a team of 4 other people, that if you get in a lobby with a team, it's going to be a rough day for you because of the fact that, you know, we have communication. And that's what I think a lot of people are also glancing over, is the fact that when you get in these lobbies where you have teams together, or you have clans, or just groups of people that are together and party up, that they're going to communicate with each other. So it's not going to be as easy to just roll over people like in past Call of Duties, where you could sit there and just kind of play the game by yourself and still be a dominating force. Granted, I have found that it hasn't changed that far. Like, I can still do pretty well on my own, but it's still better to run with a team. All in all, you're going to see a lot more videos from me. This was just a short comeback, hey, I'm still here, I'm not dead thing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you want to. More content coming up. I'm going to have some clip videos. I'm going to have just different funny things that I've had in-game, playing with people, playing against people, funny reactions and messages, and everything's going to be great. So I'll see you guys later.
Spear blunted. Black Ops, mark up another win.
Mobile artillery getting the win. Most of the best die like the rest.